morning.
Good morning.
Hi, my name is Ny'Eve Jackson, and today I will be speaking on the subject, gender inequality. The name itself is very self-explanatory, and the reason why I'm speaking on it today is because it has been a great issue these days, especially now that gay marriage is acceptable. And I would like to mention that some gay people do turn transgender, which is basically them changing their sex. And transgenders and homosexual persons should have more rights and better living conditions. 3 points that influence this idea are their struggles, society's response to them, and how they are treated. So their struggles. People do not identify them for what they are, male or female. Some cases, they will continue to call them a he, even though he changed his sex to a she, per se. So a quote from Guy Kelly: The government Equality's Office, in response, pointed to an absence of basic data on the transgender population that results in the invisibility of transgender inequalities and disadvantages for decision makers and funders, meaning that a lot of their problems are not being brought forward to the public's eye so people will be able to help them, for those who still feel as if they are still human, even though they are. Throw that out there. So some jobs refuse to hire them because they may feel uncomfortable or disgusted by them. Some also struggle with finding partners because not a lot of people feel comfortable with the fact that they have changed their sex. So they tend to hide that into further notice. So the society's response. Laws have been made that does not help protect the rights of transgender people. A quote from Christiana Silva is, of the 90% of transgender workers who face discrimination at work, about a fourth were forced to use restrooms that do not match their gender identity. And everybody basically know that there have been a lot of discussions about whether or not they should be allowed to go into the restroom of their choice, and there have been uproars and stuff like that. Transgender students today face discrimination at schools as well because their district ignores their claims of injustice. They are excluded from various school functions such as pep rallies and talent shows, and basically are separated from the other kids, which can lead them to feeling depressed and suicide and things like that. Their treatment. So many transgender people hide their identity in some places for more reasons than just finding a partner. They are scared to come out to the public because of violence thrown at them. An ominous quote from the Understanding Genders article, where this crucial aspect of self is narrowly defined as rigidly enforced. Individuals who exist outside of its norms face innumerable challenges. These challenges for the transgender people are groups that act just like the KKK groups when it came to African Americans. They go out there and they kill transgenders just because. They target their homes, their families, and even in some cases their workplaces if they are fortunate to get a job in the area they live in. Another way they are treated are they tend to have to fight with just discrimination just walking down the street. If they cross-dress, they get discriminated. If they act a certain way, people tend to throw shade at them. Also, in a lot of cases, people also bring religion into the equation, which basically lead to their rights of changing their own sex and whether they are allowed to marry a person of their same sex. And that's about it. So today I have talked about gender inequality, how transgenders and homosexual people should have more rights and better living conditions because of their struggles, the way society responds to them, and their treatment. And today I would like to leave you with this thing, which is, every day you might meet someone with different ethics than you. Before you open your mouth, put yourself in that person's shoes and think. Thank you, and have a nice day.